I am back with another Polaroid type video. This is going to be for the REZIVOT uh, Power Ranger. I got this device over a month ago and made a video, but during the video things went awry. So to REZIVOT's credit, they got it fixed rather quickly. I've had this replacement back for a while now and have put it through its paces. So I'll probably splice in a bit of the other video to explain what went on. But yeah, it might explain why the 670S was listed on their devices they cover. Now it's not. And that might sort of be, quote, my fault, but I don't think really. I just brought it to their attention and they fixed it really quickly, and maybe they just don't have it listed now just to cover their ass. But anyway, y'all seen this unboxing probably on other channels because it's been out a while. This sticker was not originally there. It did not have a sticker, although clearly it was meant to have one, so I updated that myself along with film. Okay, and clearly I have been in this before, but we'll pretend I haven't. And this is what you're going to see when you open it. I think this is some sort of temperature deal, like to keep track of your film, because we know current Polaroid film hates cold weather and it hates warm weather. It only likes perfect weather. Which when it's perfect, it's awesome. Unfortunately here in Texas it gets really hot. But anyway, here is your basic template that you're going to use, which I'll show that in a minute. Here is the master of ceremony, the power device. Alright, we'll put that aside. You get the hole drilling implement, which I will cover momentarily, and you get a plug. Oh, you get this little weird contraption here too, which is, I remember I used this, and yeah, this is a, sorry, I'm back now, I lost my train of thought. This is basically a tether thing that they give you extra. But yeah, anyway, charging cable, which I would hope we all have a micro USB plug by now, but I'll throw all that aside over there. Okay, so here we go. Here's the device. It's got a little protection thing to keep from protecting the little springy guys here. I don't know if I'll get that back on without looking. There we go. And the battery wise, they list a ton of batteries. As I mentioned in my first video, which you won't get to see, but I went with the maximum amperage. Figured it would give it plenty of muscle. I mean, these are 3.7 volt batteries, yet it's, you know, the camera itself is expecting 6 volts. So they're pushing it, you know. And this has already been covered, I'm sure, in the other videos, but just to show you how you get it in there. One thing I want to say is not everyone carries a coin anymore. I mean, barely anyone carries any cash anymore. So I kind of wish this would have been a little bit more, don't need a coin. But I will say this, the battery, there's really no need to be switching batteries while you're using them. If I can remember which way is positive, I think, yeah, okay, I think that's right. Which is good, because when you do switch batteries, you can't use it right away because the, quote, protection circuit kicks in, which just sort of goes to the problems I was having with the geez, if I can get that, with the XX70. I'm having a time, aren't I? Alright. There we go. Phew. Alright, so yeah, once you switch batteries, you basically need to plug it into something before you can use it, which just now I've had to think to myself, okay, I have to go get a, what do I do with that coin? Oh, there it is. I have to go get something now before I can turn it on. So I'll have to pause the video real quick, because right now, if I go to try and, let's see, right there. If we go to try it right now and turn this on, it's not going to turn on. So I'm going to pause real quick. I'll be back. Okay, I am back with said plug. When I had this out in the field, before I knew the battery would last so long, I had a battery pack with me with one of these, you know, one of the phone battery packs with this cord. And figure out where to plug it in again. There we go, it's on the side, okay. So, when you plug it in, it'll do that. Okay, it says it's charging. I've taken like literally 8 packs of film with this, and it's not even gone below the 3rd blink. But anyway, now I can, now I can turn it on and off. You hold it on for 10 seconds. Come on, and then I can turn it off. But if you were to switch batteries without that, you're screwed, which is, you know, something to keep in mind. So, obviously, I've already, quote, operated on this device here. So, what I figured I would do is, and this is the SX-70. I'll show you how it works on that here in a second. But I have my 670 Sonar, which it says it does support, and normally you'd think, like, why would I bother with a 670, I mean, or 670, 680, not even a 680, what am I talking about? SX-70 Sonar, why bother since your iType film is going to be too fast? Well, I plan on making this a open SX-70. Let me try and concentrate real quick. Open SX-70, get this square. Sorry for the delay, guys. Just want to be sure and drill my holes in the right spot. Open SX-70 as the where you change the internals, and it lets you basically have control just like the 670S over here. So that's sort of what I've always had in mind for this Sonar SX-70 I have. I occasionally do shoot SX-70 film in it, and I have the flashes on top, which are cool. But of course I can shoot SX-70 over there too. But yeah, that looks pretty square. Just making sure. Okay, so yeah, so they give you a cutting tool. You will see here in person. And basically you just cut through the leather. On my 670S, I mean, I made sure I got through it and probably went further through it than I should have. I actually got like metal shaving, so you want to be somewhat, I guess, careful with this. I want to pause real quick and get X-Acto so I can pry this little leather up. Okay, I am back. I'm going to try and, well, if that doesn't close on me, try and, yeah, there you go. You can already see it. Because if you keep going, you're going to get through the metal case of the camera, and we wouldn't want that. I mean, that's how quick that is. I mean, that is, I give props to these guys for their design easiness. I mean, you could be like from here to shooting in like 5 minutes flat, I think, pretty much. You know, I can get that out with my exacto later, but I will go ahead and try this because I think it'll work probably no problem from what I've used on that. So how you, of course, take that off, duh. Huh. I never had that on there since I usually have it on my camera. So yeah, you just basically put the guys in there, tighten this bad boy down. Well, tighten it down once you have it actually on the socket. Okay, I am confident this is going to work. I was confident last video and all went awry, but that has since been fixed. So, and it does that just because it knows it had a new cartridge in there, so it fired off like that. But so this is a iType, and you'll notice it won't probably go in. Well, actually, this one does go in for some reason. Maybe that one's a little tough. Anyway, I wanted to point out that I think as I've already shoved these in, usually when you'll see it on, I think on the 670 because it won't let me, but usually you can't get these in and they want you to remove this metal clip down here, but I'm going to say don't remove the metal clip. Just use a little card, you slip it like that and it goes right in. I don't really see any reason to remove that clip because they want you to break it off and all kinds of crap in their instructions. I wouldn't really recommend it. So that would have been, of course, the dark slide, but yeah, now it's ready to go. Can sit here all day long with the, you'll see the battery, move my finger from the, so it's that simple. I mean, I did it on that camera in what, a minute flat. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off first. And then I just want to show how it works on the 670 since they pulled their support. So just, I guess I'll insert the video here. Okay, I was making a video about this and then I couldn't get it on, and then when I did figure that little quirk out, when I started spitting out pictures, it would get stuck, which you'll see. Hopefully it will. I mean, I wish it never happened, but hopefully there it just goes first time. Okay, so I have, that's one with actual batteries. We don't want that one. Here we go. Taped up. I have checked the voltage across that. It is 0. It'll usually spit out the first one. I mean, it sounds great, right? And I'll hold it this way because when it stops, the whole thing just goes dark. Whoop, there it went. Second try. Shut down. No, again, no way to get it to come on. No amount of pressing that. If you plug it in, you can get it back on, and usually it'll just do a little like click or something. Let's see. All right, managed to spit that one out. Whoops, there went the battery. See if we can get it to. There we go. Shut down again. Okay. So we are back, maybe. Yeah, so hopefully you saw in that video what I was going through was when I would try and use on the 670S, it would just stop. And the quote protection would kick on, and then I was screwed. So to REZIVOT's credit, I did write them. They responded very quickly, like within an hour or two. Said that it worked fine on their 670S. They asked me about this 670S. I let them know that I just recently got it back from Mint, so it was in, you know, tip-top shape. I was kind of worried that I'd maybe like shorted something out when I used this thing, but you know, after several videos, and I think they kind of knew like something was fishy, so they had me send mine back. They sent me a new one without even getting the old one back. Because when I asked them what was wrong with it, they said they hadn't tested it yet to find out. But I don't know if it may have been just some kind of capacitor here was just off. I don't know, some kind of quality control thing that just did not like the 670S. It may not like any SX70, the one I got. I don't know. But they did replace it, which is good. So we'll go ahead and show you on here. I think when I go on here, you'll see that I have to use a card, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, see, that doesn't want to go in. It sort of doesn't want to go in. Does want to go in, doesn't want to go in. But again, you just, well, I don't have the card around here. There it is. You just put that on the bottom. It will slide in. And you don't have to, it didn't click out because I don't have it on yet on the bottom. But, yeah, don't rip that clip out. I mean, it's there to keep up pressure. I don't really recommend. That's just me. Maybe leave your comments if you think I'm full of shit. But so there, it knew it's a new cartridge. That would have been the dark cartridge. So yeah, it is working now. Especially before, if I used to try and if I put in like 1/2000th, it would kick it off every time. So I'll just show you that now. Maybe that's max pressure. Well, I think almost keeping it open would be max pressure, but Gary Hill will tell me that. Sometimes something's normally open when it's not, and then it's normally closed, so I don't remember which this is, but there's 1/2000th, no problem. One after another. They make quality products, REZIVOT does. I had their back for Polaroid 600 SE. It's just their instructions sometimes leave enough to be desired. They're right now, if you go to the web page for this, the directions take you to a blank web page, but I will leave a link so you can see the instructions where they tell you to rip off the clip inside, which I don't do. But yeah, there it is. I love it so far. And again, I have 2 of these batteries. It doesn't come with this. I had one of these from another camera device I had, but you can just you can plug it in, it'll charge this battery all on its own. But if you're going to shoot like 40 rolls, I guess you'll need 2 backed up. I got 2 batteries before I realized it would last so long. So yeah, that's it. And I'll check you later on our next video. Enjoy Polaroid.